Welcome. I have no idea why my camera wasn't loaded there in the beginning. I was like, uh-oh, but I just had to click a button and we're here. So, welcome to the full moon in Sagittarius. This is a blue moon. We have a truly once in a blue moon kind of experience here today, and we are diving into some major themes of truth, liberation, and expansion. So, just in case this is your first time stumbling across me, I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide. I am a Druidic priestess of Brigid, a transformational mentor, and a trauma therapist. And I love having these opportunities to attune to the moon with you all, drop in and see what is alive here in this moment in our collective experience as we all live here under one sky. So today I have had a really strong pull to draw some extra cards for us to really drop into the energies that are available here. But as always, I just want to orient us to our flow. So we always do a little energy update for the collective. I invite you to set some intentions. We'll do a little energy clearing, and then we'll drop into a guided experience, followed by me pulling some cards for the collective. But I have been asked to pull us a card to begin to just drop into the energy that is here on this full moon. So again, this is a blue moon. A blue moon is about every 2 to 3 years, and there's two types of blue moons. There's one that falls in an extra full moon in a calendar season, so the fourth full moon in a calendar season, or the second full moon in a single calendar month. So we have that. We had our full moon on Beltane, which is a full moon in Scorpio. I was not live for that moon because I was hosting a Beltane ceremony with my dear friend, Dr. Melissa Bird. But I'm so glad we still get to meet for a full moon this month, and for a super potent one nonetheless. So I love the message that came out for us here. It feels very fiery, but also very in alignment with exactly what we're being called to pull in right now. So the energy activation for us right out of the gate here today is the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra activation here is flowing in our creative potency. One of the big things with the Sagittarius full moon is there is a dying off. And I'll tell a little bit of a story about the death themes coming through. But this is really like brand new beginning energy right here, right now. We are being called into letting our old self die, the old ways die, the old patterns released. And what better than to step into our sacral chakra energy to embody almost the opposite energy. It's like the Sagittarius fire is here to help us burn and cleanse and clear. And then we get to expand from our sacral center, this frequency of creativity. And the card says, the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires, stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Yes, like this is where we are at right now, my friends. So allow yourself to open to this infinite creativity that is here for you. Let this fire come through. We are going to be clearing some extra things today because that is what this energy calls for. So again, our biggest themes here with this full moon in Sagittarius are truth, liberation, and expansion. So where do you feel like you need to call in more truth? Where do you need to be liberated? Where are you expanding right now? And we've been in this pressure cooker for a while. I was just live with Dr. Bird for a little mini podcast on the summer solstice coming up. And we were really talking about this squeeze that we're in right now, this sort of birth canal feeling that we're in right now. And that is the precursor to the expansion. So really allowing yourself to take this opportunity to move into the flow of expansion. You know, the blue moon itself invites us into like quiet reflection, more inner voice rising to the surface. It's an invitation for us to really listen, maybe in a way we haven't listened in a while. I said that there were some major collective themes coming up. One is noticing and listening to what's really here, and the other is death. I myself pulled the death card for the collective on Monday during my tarot and tea, and literally got multiple messages from people that they had also pulled the death card. And then I went on twice this week to pull the death card for myself. There are some major themes of rebirth happening here right now, where really we're moving out of that, like I said, old structure. There is destiny here. There's something astrologically happening right now with the north and south nodes of destiny. Go look that up in more detail if you want. But it's sort of these two spiritual points related to our fate and our life's purpose. And they are doing this tense grand cross right now, which is really giving us this rub to explore what's underneath the surface that we are ready to claim and bring forward. This is a moon of forward motion based on the releasing that we're doing. There are also a lot of supportive outer planet energies happening right now that correspond with this moon. And what those things are bringing to us is a level-headed groundedness and a maturity to really look at what we need to look at and set clear boundaries for moving forward. And then, of course, we are in Gemini season. I just love this intersection because I am a Gemini sun sign. My birthday is in a week. And I'm also a Sag rising. So this feels very, very potent for me. But what we see with Sagittarius and Gemini energy almost represents our like logic and our analysis and our thinking in that way, where Sagittarius is more inviting us to be intuitive and think even more broadly and really be in this liberated fiery energy. So when we pair these together, the invitation is to lift out of the noise of overthinking and information overload and land in meaning and vision for moving forward. So ultimately, this moon is asking us to get really clear on what we are calling in, what we are manifesting for this season ahead, and put some of this momentum into that. So let's set our intentions for this. There's a lot of energy. Again, if we go with our core themes, truth, liberation, expansion, you can focus there. But I invite you to take some moments here to jot down in your journal, and I am going to do the same. An intention for this full moon in Sagittarius, this once in a blue moon opportunity to really reflect. Where are you broadening your horizons? Where are you expanding, liberating, or stepping into your truth? And how can you meet that intention head first? So go ahead and write your intention down. If you'd like to share it in the chat, you can. Or you can always privately message me or keep it to yourself. Just taking your time here, you can continue to reflect or write down intentions even as we move on. And what I'm manifesting, what I'm intending is to really be careful with my language. That's what I'm working on over here. So just continue to write down your intentions, and we're going to begin our energy clearing. As you touch base with your intentions, you may begin to notice that inner voice that says, I can't have that. There's no way I can do this. That's not for me, etc., etc. Just those little stories or blips that might try to convince you you can't have what you want. So breathing here with the beautiful self as we land in this moment, in this once in a blue moon opportunity. And use the breath as a vehicle to call yourself home with each inhale. And each exhale, let's go of anything that does not belong to you. Any stuck, sticky, or stagnant energy. It's 11:11 my time. So just filling us with extra blessing energy as we clear out, imagining the elements, earth, air, water, fire, gently cleansing through your body. Letting go of any energy that no longer serves you. This is a chapter of die off, and I know that that sounds really scary. It is really scary. I'm not going to deny that, right? When the old is releasing and we are letting go, it can be very scary. So just releasing any fear that you can, loosening around that here and now. Maybe sigh it out. Maybe allow yourself to flood all of the stuck energy out of your body through the soles of your feet into the earth. Give it over to Mama Gaia. Feel that divine support. The grounding energy here to support you. Perhaps fire gently burning away anything stuck in you. Water washing it out through the soles of your feet. And then air blowing through and collecting in any hidden places, any extra energy ready to be released. And then we'll bring in the physical body, maybe sweep the aura, maybe shake out your limbs. We're letting this stuff go. We are letting go of the past. It has never been so clear in a moon that this full moon, this blue moon in Sagittarius, wants us to let go of what has passed. Imagine yourself shaking off the past like a dog shaking water off your fur. And then coming back here into this present moment, feeling your body head to toe as we begin to drop in towards our guided experience. So I just always like to say as we're going into our guided experience that you do you. You can journal, you can have your eyes opened or closed, you could lay down, you can stand up, you can do whatever you want to do to receive this. And you may receive information through clairsentience. You might see things, hear things, know things, touch things, taste things. There is no one right way, but trust that you will receive the energy that you need. So we'll begin to drop in. So once again, just breathing with yourself here and really feeling the edges of your skin, feeling that place where you begin and end, from scalp to the soles of your feet, to each fingertip. And as you inhale, notice how the breath moves into the body and fills you up, edge to edge. As you begin the process of moving out of the thinking mind into the body, into the heart space, allowing yourself to sink from the thinking mind down towards the heart space, out of the thinking mind, down into the heart space. And just breathing here and seeing if you can invite in gentle, unconditional compassion and love. You might call on a recent loving moment with nature, with a loved one, with an animal companion, or imagine yourself surrounded by your favorite baby animal. Just lightening the heart as we begin to open a portal. And as we open this portal and what's beyond is made clear, you can immediately see a horse-like figure. This could be, as it becomes clearer, a horse, a unicorn, a pegasus, an alicorn, even a centaur. But just see who is standing on the other side here for you. And then step through to greet them. This horse or horse adjacent guide greets you. Perhaps they bow to you or nod their head. Just notice their demeanor, their energy. They are here to support you in the rite that we are about to perform. So as you step through this portal and you land, just notice where you're at. Where have you greeted your guide? Are you outside in nature? What's the landscape like? Are you in a structure? Just notice, no right answers here. But wherever you are, you and your guide begin a journey. You begin to walk. You begin to walk towards the horizon, whatever that means for you. Feel your body, feel your empowerment, feel your presence as you move with your guide toward the horizon. And as you walk, you can feel energy like wind or rain or heat or light, some form of the elements washing over you. And as you walk and you're bathed in the rain or the sun or the warmth or the wind, it's like little bits of stuck, sticky, stagnant energy are being lifted off of you. They are moving into the past as you walk forward. With each step, you are shedding more and more of that old substance, like a shedding their skin. Maybe you even wriggle out of this old skin as you walk. Whatever is authentic for you here, as you allow the past to be the past, as you allow that old energy, that old way of being, those old patterns to die. And you don't have to look back. As you walk forward, your guide takes a glance over their shoulder and they let you know, you're doing great. Let's keep going. And you continue your trek toward the horizon. And as you walk and you walk, or you move forward through this space and time, with each step, you feel more and more yourself. Even though you might not consciously recognize what that looks like yet, there's a sense of more embodiment, more presence, more power, more potency. You can feel that what has passed is leaving you, creating all of this space, all of this room within you to embrace new things, to embrace your freedom, your liberation, your truth, your expansion. And so as you continue to move towards the horizon, what you notice is that the horizon just keeps expanding. You can seemingly see more and more distance, as if your outer vision is growing. Confidence, clarity, curiosity, all of these energies are moving into you. These emotions, these possibilities are moving into you with each step. And you can feel yourself growing bigger now with each step. growing bigger and bigger as you move towards that horizon, growing taller and taller until you can begin to see over things that you couldn't see before, until you begin to tower over what towered over you, until you find yourself in your bigness, in your fullness. And your guide just smiles at you, witnessing your majesty, witnessing the bigness of your energy unfolding. And you continue to move towards that horizon, even though it just seems endlessly expansive. And as you grow bigger and bigger and see more and more of the world, you see your significance, how you are an important part of this picture, how standing in the truth of who you are is exactly what you need to step into this next chapter with more confidence than ever before. You no longer need to fear what has been because it's over. You get to joyfully embrace what's possible for you moving forward. So as you turn in place, stopping for a moment, pausing on the journey to look around, I want you to orient to a place, to a vision, to a dream, to an energy, a feeling, an emotion, the future state you know you want to move towards. Peace, prosperity, abundance, play, pleasure, whatever you want to embrace, find your orientation and begin to move toward that. And as you begin to move toward that, once again, find yourself growing smaller and smaller, not in a shrinking way, not in a reducing yourself way. As you grow smaller once again, you feel all of this power packing into you. It's not diminishing, it's just shrinking in physical size. It's still just as potent and just as powerful as you move towards this goal, this dream, this future. Returning back down to your human size, arriving fully embodied back in your everyday self as you arrive at a location that represents this dream. Once again, noticing, is this a landscape? Is it a structure? Is it a combination of both? Is there an object here, a symbol? What represents this dream that you are moving toward? And what does your guide have to share with you about this space, about this dream, about this future possibility? Just listening to any messages that they want to offer. And just know that life provides. Have trust, have faith that life will provide to you the materials, the substance, the helpers, the support that you need to be able to move ever towards the future you are calling in while powerfully present in the now. Know this: you are creating your future right here, right now. And it is only through the power of your presence and your embodiment that you can actually create something in the future. Otherwise, the future simply arrives. You have no say in it. You only have say when you are present, when you are embodied in your life. And that is what the medicine of this is. That is what we want you to receive, beloved, is the knowingness that it is through your presence that you regain your power. You cannot be your magic potency in the world when you're dissociated, when you're running away, when you are avoiding. And so embrace and know that you are supported by seen and unseen helpers. So landing back in this landscape, this space with your guide, feel what it feels like just for a moment in your body to embrace peace, faith that it's all going to work out for you in the highest, to embrace joy or happiness or pleasure or even play. Just take a sip of a new energy or a rejuvenated energy or a possibility of something that you've not played with much before. Just a little sip of it here to resource yourself in something for the future. What are you claiming right here, right now for yourself? And take that in. Breathe it in, plant it in your heart. Even receive a gift from your guide that symbolizes this. Allow yourself to take whatever you need from this place. And feel how you are more powerful than when you walked in. You have expanded, you have journeyed, you have received. And with great gratitude to your guide, to this landscape, to whatever has appeared for you, just take some final moments to seal into your body this energy or this sensation possibility. And then walk with your guide back to the portal of the heart, knowing that you can return to this space and time whenever you'd like. But saying thank you to your guide, to yourself, in your own time and way, turn back to the portal of the heart and step through, releasing this experience and taking with it whatever you will. And just take some moments to maybe do a little stretch, twist in place, and take some moments to jot anything down in your journal that you might need to, while I pull us some cards for the collective. So what else is this blue moon in Sagittarius wanting to tell us? Sometimes I pull these cards out and I just can't. They're just too funny. So I'm pulling from angels and ancestors. And then I'm also feeling called to pull an extra card from the tarot. What else is here for us? Any messages from this full blue moon? All right. Well, the one I was giggling about is moon. This big old full moon card that is telling us to take note of our intuitive messages. Yes, this is exactly what this full moon, blue moon in Sagittarius is asking of us, is to play in our intuition in a different way. And this is really an opportunity to open in a whole new method, a whole new manner to how we're receiving our inspiration. And we have been so embroiled in past pains. That's a big thing that keeps coming through for me, is we've been so embroiled in past pains that we haven't been able to allow ourselves to see what is ahead of us. And so this is like, hey, your intuition's here to let you know what's ahead of you, but you have to get out of that past spin in order to do that. So I hope that this meditation supported you in letting go and stepping into your bigness in a whole new way. Our second card is spring. See your seeds grow. And we are moving out of spring season here in the Northern Hemisphere right now. We are definitely moving towards summer, and the summer solstice is coming up quick. But we are seeing the seeds grow literally outside right now. And that's the invitation here too, is what you have planted as you've cleared energies away, let those things grow. Instead of allowing sort of the old root systems that were maybe tangled up in your truth, but not really based in your truth, it's like you're uprooting and weeding those things out and clearing them away so that you can make room for the seeds you actually want to grow. And then finally, we have shapeshifter. And this is all about shapeshifting, transforming, and unveiling our gifts. And again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, and also like I'm not saying it enough, that it is time to clear out the old stuff and step into your newness. I don't know how much more I can say that. Like, there is old stuff you have got to let go of. You have been dragging it along like a dead weight. And in case you didn't catch what I said at the beginning, the death card keeps coming up for the collective right now. It's time. Like, there is such an opportunity for a brand new paradigm here right now. And we can only get there if we as individuals embrace this newness, embrace what's possible for us, shapeshift out of what society told us to be into who we actually are. So transform, allow yourself to unveil your gifts. You have them. They are beautiful. I'm always cheering you on in them. So I'm going to pull a tarot card here in a moment, but I just want to give some gentle reminders that you can sign up for the reminders and get an email with a little journal prompt to kind of lead you into the energy and themes that are coming up for each moon. I am live for the new moon and full moon almost every single month, with a few exceptions. And I love this. This is my way of just giving and gifting into the world an opportunity for anyone with an internet connection to be able to do this work of being present in the energy that's here. So if you want to sign up for those reminders and never miss a moon ceremony, or have the replay link right in your inbox, don't hesitate to go sign up there. And again, I keep these entirely free. So if you have the means and desire to do so, you can donate. Though actually, I'm not sure if this page is live. My new website is live, but I'm not sure every page is live. I need to go double check that one. But if you want to donate, you can do so via PayPal or Venmo. So let's pull a card from the tarot about, all right, we have come through the death portal this week. That was really last Monday. I pulled the death card for the collective. Now that we have moved through this portal of death, and we are now officially on the other side of this full moon in Sagittarius, what is here for us that we need to know? What is this final energy to take away? Fascinating. We have the Hanged Man. So now that we've moved through death, we're actually going into some stillness to really sit with what is here and what are we calling in. What's really interesting about the Hangman is he kind of looks like he's helpless. He looks like he is suspended. But it's really more of an appearance of things. So the message here is that despite the appearance of your current set of circumstances, the Hanged Man wants you to let go and surrender. This is asking us to stop trying to control the outcome, which good gravy that has been coming up, and to stop fighting what's here, to just detach yourself for long enough that you can see what is trying to come through. Very much like our meditation we just went through. What needs to happen cannot happen while you are in the way, while you are fighting, while you are in your pride, in your hurt, in your pain. But, and the card message literally says this: it is time to sit down, shut up, and let the universe drive for a while. So I feel like that's very appropriate and very on brand for everything that is collectively happening right now, is like this theme of surrender. We can't control it all. And in fact, trying to control it all really only comes to bite us. So surrender. Go into some ease, to some slowness, to some play, and see what comes up. And I will be back here live for our next new moon, which is the new moon in Gemini, on the 14th at 4 p.m. And I can't wait to join with you for that. And then the next ceremony I am hosting is summer solstice. So we've got our new moon in Gemini, and then the summer solstice is just a few days later. That is at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. Normally the moon ceremonies are 4 p.m. Eastern, with the exception of days like today. But the summer solstice is coming up. That is a Saturday, and you can go to safrianna.com/seasonal for any and all details regarding that. So thank you, as always, for joining me here to attune to the moon in a ceremony. We've got this, friends. We just need to surrender a little more and actually give ourselves the stillness we need to transform and shapeshift into what's new. And in that is such a beautiful creative energy for us. So I really love the messages of this full moon. I hope you do too. And I'll see you back here again next time. Until then, I'm Safrianna Lughna. I see you, I believe in you, and I'm cheering you on. Bye for now.